Yo, what's up, bro?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. So we back on the show after the Cut podcast, right? And I've been hearing a lot of people ask me, but like, what I'm gonna do with the podcast? Cause I moved to this new space. Cause last episode I said that things are gonna keep running, but the scenery might change a little bit. So I moved from the double suite to this suite. You know what I'm saying? So we still here.
Still here.
Keep it short. You know what I'm saying?
Proud of you for keeping it going, bro.
No doubt, man. And in case y'all don't know, this is my guy Draven Henderson. He's back on the show for the conversation that I wanted to have because I just wanted to get some things off my chest like usual, man. Nothing too crazy, but but organic, authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of things transpired since the last episode. That was a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's been some trying times. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I'm getting through these times like everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, like I tell everybody, like, as long as you don't give up on anything, you still remain in front of the problem.
I agree.
How you been, man?
I've been great, but I do want to comment on what you said, just something about positivity, right? I think oftentimes we assume that because we're not being negative, positivity just happens, right? But you actually have to act positive. You actually have to make a conscious effort to be positive.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's so easy to fall into the trap of being negative. It's so easy. I mean, like somebody could take your parking spot, right? That ruins your whole day. You can stub your toe, ruins your whole day. You spill your coffee, whatever the case may be, ruins your whole day. And oftentimes it's just like, for, us Christian folk, oh Lord, the devil is busy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just like, man, like the truth is just slow down. Right. You're just moving a little too fast, or you didn't plan accordingly, or you woke up late, therefore you're rushing.
Right.
That's why you spilled your coffee.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
And going back off of that, like you said, like they always be saying like, the devil is that and the third. And honestly, man, I feel like people get that too much credit or too much room, I should say, in your life. Because when it comes down to it, the devil can only make suggestions to you. It's whether you do that, you act on that suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no control over what you do. You decide to do what you do.
Correct.
You have free will, like ultimate free will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, if a suggestion comes to my mind to do something negative, right? I don't have to do that. But now, if I do it, is it really the devil or is it me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really you. You thought about it.
Because ultimately you make the decision.
Exactly. You thought about it and you followed through on that. So I mean, that's a little bit too much room for somebody who can't make you do anything.
Absolutely. But that just goes to show that we need God.
Right.
We need him to make our everyday decisions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to ask God, and God, what route should I take home?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like small decisions like that. We assume we aren't supposed to bring them to God because God is all powerful, which is true. Right. But it's just like God can do anything, big or small. Right. Nothing is ever too difficult for God. So if you need a new direction home, ask God. Right. Or if you're contemplating, multiple job offers or whatever the case may be, seek God.
Right.
There's nothing too big or too small for him.
Right.
And I mean, oftentimes I think we as humans, we as people, we try to do things based off our own strength. And that's where we go wrong, because depending on how you handle it, it could be an insult to God.
Right.
Like, I'm the one that provided you with this opportunity, and now that you've gotten the opportunity, you're just gonna leave me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just gonna forget about me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's how that goes. Like, a lot of people, they go to God when they're in need. Once they get what they need for it, kind of like, I'll come back when I'm hurting again.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's probably why a lot of people, a lot of us, haven't gotten what we received.
Right.
Because God knows that once he gives us that thing, the connection that we have with him, or how we used to seek him, will be no more.
So it's like, in order to keep you, I'm gonna always have you in need of me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like, that's actually a blessing you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you walk away from that, bro, like now you feel like that you don't need him.
I receive that.
Now when you go come back, when you need me again, so if I make it to where you don't need me no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that? So it's definitely big dynamic to that, because we all fall, we all come short, we all do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm guilty of that. You guilty of that. Everybody guilty of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more so understanding of why this is happening.
Yeah.
And reflecting on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And accepting where you at. Because a lot of times I feel like that the thing that you really need, that you want, you necessarily don't need. You see things from that other people may have or maybe doing, you comparing yourself
Come on.
to this person's life.
Come on.
So now you think that you need the same thing this person got.
Come on.
When your DNA ain't wired for that person's life.
Come on. And bro, a lot of the times we want something that's outside of the will outside of the will that God has for our life.
Right.
Right? I may love sports. I'm not an athlete. You know what I mean?
Right, I got you.
Whatever the case may be. So if you want this thing, if you're pursuing this thing that's outside of God's will, I can guarantee you that God will continue to bless that.
Right.
If that makes sense. I'm not speaking for God, by no means, but just based on experience, you know what I'm saying? It's so funny you have me here, right? I have my own podcast.
Right.
But what's so funny about that whole situation is I didn't come up with this whole shebang. Right.
I remember you told me that.
My partner did.
Right.
My buddy. And, he was like, man, God showed me a vision. We need to podcast. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't feel it in my spirit at all, man. I was just being obedient to him.
Right.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, as your brother, as your friend, I'm down, bro. These are new waters. I'll just dive in.
Right.
If you say so. Cool.
Right.
Did it. And then it wasn't until after season 1, 20 episodes, might I add.
Yeah, I went in.
It wasn't until after season 1 where I sort of got that revelation for myself. I was in Starbucks purchasing the transit or just, getting a cup of coffee. I started speaking and the lady was like in awe, like in utter shock, like, oh my God. And she scared me. I'm like, what? But like, she's like, your voice, like you need to have a podcast or like a radio station or something. You just have that voice.
Right.
I was just like, wow. Had a conversation at work not long ago. I'm just having side talk with a colleague, bro. And he's like, dog, like the way you talk, it's so it's like all these clues that are being left in my life.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, God. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't see it back then, but I'm starting to understand.
Yeah, all the confirmations. Those are confirmations.
Yep.
Letting them know what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm asking. That's why I keep asking you when you go to your next episode.
Yeah, bro. You and everybody else have asked me that, right? 720 podcast is still a thing. It's not dead by no means. We're just trying to sort of pivot.
Right.
Find sort of a new path to like make it make sense. Like, how can we attract more people? How can we do all these great things, that we want to do, but just be strategic.
Right.
I think oftentimes, something that my buddy and I, Autumn, he always says to me, let's not be overzealous. Let's not bite off more than we can chew.
Right.
Because it's like, as soon as you do that, like, you'll start to take these steps, you'll begin to stride. And then it's like, after that, you feel overworked, you're tired, whatever the case may be. And then, the rest doesn't get done.
Right.
So it's just like, let's celebrate these small wins. Let's be strategic. Let's be logical. You know what I'm saying? We can't film 50 episodes. 20, I was tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So, like, I'm not even finna do 50. You know what I mean? So you just have to be, like, play to your strengths.
Right. That's why I only did 9. Because like my first season, I did 9. I'm learning everything out. Had audio issues, had plenty of issues going on, but at the same time, I'm learning all these things during that process.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, I could have waited till I thought everything was perfect.
Yeah.
But it was never going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I just had to start it.
Yeah.
And once I started it, I was like, all right. Because me, man, I talk fast, I talk low. So I didn't want to be on camera at all. So I'm like, all right, God, you telling me to do this, but you know how I speak, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, people can understand what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was more so of me getting over that comfort, being uncomfortable.
Right.
But when you're uncomfortable is when blessings happen.
Yeah.
It's when life's happening to you, you gotta get uncomfortable. If I stay comfortable doing the same thing I've been doing, I'm not getting nothing out of it anymore because I done hit that ceiling.
Right.
Now it's time to go further than where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Once in my life. Because just even right now, like this moment right here, I never saw these moments coming.
Come on.
I never thought I'd be cutting hair for this long. I never thought I would get on camera and have a podcast and talk about it and invest in myself the way I invested in myself. You know what I'm saying? Especially a person who didn't go to college for real. Like I went to college when I was like 25. You know what I'm saying? And I went and when I was there for the years I was there, so a matter of fact, I went to a community college in my early 20s. Tried that out. Nah, dropped out of that.
Didn't work.
I was cutting hair, and I'm cutting hair without no license, so I'm just cutting. You know what I mean? I'm not even really put my foot all in the door on that either. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to go to college again. I was 25, and I went, and I'm just sitting there, just going through the motions. And I went because my mom, she really wanted me to try it out, so that's why I went. I wish I didn't go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping a buck. I feel like I feel like I feel like the mob. I owe the mob money every month.
Tell me about it.
You know, they hit me up. You know, financial aid. I told them straight up, like, I mean, if they watching this, it is what it is. I told y'all this. You know what I'm saying? They called me here. He's like, yo, you know yours, so and so. Yeah, I don't remember playing y'all. Yeah, I straight told him that, like, you know, just gonna be deferred and small payments until I die.
Get in line.
You know what I mean? Get in line. Well, ain't no big line, but y'all
might be the only ones.
Yeah. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just me just knowing what I want out of my life. Cause I'm sitting there in class one day, and starting salary was for the job I was going for. It didn't make sense to how much school costs. So I'm doing numbers like, yo, this math, this don't make sense mathematically. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me try something else. Yeah. So then I said, let me actually go to barber school and see if I actually like doing this. You know what I mean? So I did that, and here I am today because I really do enjoy cutting hair. I'm in this suite right now, right? And they kept saying, like, how I'm gonna do this podcast because not enough room in here, I felt like. But as you see, we set it up, we got it together, and look, it's gonna be cool. But when I got in here, guys like, yo, you're not gonna be here long. So I'm like, what? I just got in here, like, that was the week I moved in here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then I go across the street, a shop that I was trying to get for years, right? They retired. So now that's open. So I'm driving past it. I let it go, but I drove past it. Yo, it's open now. So now I'm like, but it's too late. I can't get it. I signed this right here. How I'm gonna get out of this, right? Yeah. But he said, call. So I called. I was in line with like 2 people in front of me, right, for the same space. So they said, we'll get back to you if they don't jump on it. Which I'm thinking they will because the space is ideal for a shop.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So I called back like maybe a week and a half later. Oh yeah, I told they both dropped off. Come on. He said, yeah. I said, yo, that's crazy.
Bro, you cannot tell me that that's not God.
Right. So then all that happened. So now I got to get qualified. We talking about like bank account statements and all other stuff. I'm thinking like they could deny me for all that stuff, right? Right. But God says that your bank statement don't qualify you. I do. Where I saw that post on the internet. That same night I saw that post on the internet.
Good night.
I sent all my paperwork. They qualified me for it. Went with me. I like,
come on.
I like, nah. Worse. So then everything I asked for in the contract was met. It felt like the realtor was working for me.
Come on.
The guy who I called up for the property, it felt like he was on my team. I'm like, dang, he's working this thing out for me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is crazy. So now everything went my way, bro. And I'm talking about like, if I told you what I had at that time, you think they'd be like, oh no. Yeah. But just me listening.
Yeah. Telling you
something great happened behind it.
Just being obedient.
Right. So now the scene is going to change again, but we're going to be doing it from a shop this time.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Congrats to you, brother.
No doubt.
Extremely proud of you, bro.
Right. So
extremely proud of you.
We'll get into that more probably next episode. Yeah. But long story short, I finally made that happen. Yeah. Well, God made that happen.
Come on.
I was just listening.
Yeah. And then I think God is a funny guy.
I'm really tired of me.
And like I was with you during those transitions.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You know, you made a sacrifice ultimately and came to a smaller space. Right. You know, although, you know,
I want to.
Right. But look how calculated God
is.
It's like, Randy, you're about to take a risk. But it's not going to be as big of a risk as I'm about to help you take.
Right.
With the shop.
Right.
Right. So you move from a smaller space to a bigger space.
Right.
Right. Back to a smaller space.
Right.
So in that, God was trying to see, okay, how long will you trust me?
Right.
How strong is your faith?
Right.
Right. All of these moves within the same year.
Right.
Or same season, bro, that would be tough on anybody. Right. And, you know, of course, we as humans, we have our moments, you know, Lord, you know, like, am I good enough? Right. You know, am I meant to do this? Whatever. Right. But it's just like past that, Randy, you know, you continue to trust God and put your faith in God and be obedient to him. And because of that, he's now rewarding you. But the test isn't over.
No, it's not.
Randy, although I have given you or blessed you with an opportunity with this shop, will you continue to serve me? Right. Will you continue to thank me even when the family's healthy, I'm healthy, you know, bank accounts and overflow? Will you still trust me? Will you still depend on me?
Right.
The test is not over.
Right. And I think with that being said, the reason why it's going that way and it's going how it is, because I think once I think I know once all that stuff manifests itself, he know I am. Because if it wasn't for what's going on right now, I have no choice because I can't explain what's happening right now. You understand what I'm saying? In the space I was in, the double suite. So when it's time for me to leave there, my time was up there. All that was showing me that you are doing well enough to maintain your own barbershop.
There it is.
So once that need was met, it was time for me to downscale to upscale.
Come on, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now everything is in motion, bro. Now, I'm talking about like he put everybody around me, the contractor, the I guess the realtor, if you want to call him that. That helped me out with the whole thing. I got barbers around me, the equipment, the capital, everything I need is right in my hands. So now it's when I tell you that everything has been smooth, it's been smooth, bro. And I can't take any claim to that because I cannot explain it.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I cannot explain it, bro. Like the story I would tell people when I really go down, break it down detail for detail, you won't believe it because it don't make sense.
It's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Even the whole barbershop, bro, is put together already. Everything up to code already. It's shampoo bowls already there. I don't gotta buy that. You understand what I'm saying? The guy who's doing my build up, I know him, and we tight. Our son plays soccer together.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And even with the insurance, I know a guy, my son plays soccer. We end up being real tight. He has an employee insurance and everything else I need. So like everything is sitting right in front of me, bro. I cut a business, what's it called? Financial advisor. I cut them. I got CPAs. I've known everybody around me for years. So when the barbers come, I know how to set them up. So like, hey, yo, you need these things. With your taxes, the whole nine, I can show you how to do all this. I've been doing this for this long. You know what I'm saying? Even I saw somebody recently had on one of the platforms saying, oh, you need a business bank account. I've been did all that.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So it's and I'm thinking that's common knowledge, but people don't know that. So when he posted it went crazy because everybody don't know that, but I'm thinking it's common knowledge. So the things that I'm thinking for granted, people actually need to hear and need to know. You understand?
Come on.
So I'm like, all right, bet. Well, put me in a position to help people out. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing with the shop, it ain't just for me. It ain't for me at all. You know what I'm saying? It's more so for people that's going to be there and people are going to come. Because every time I come on one of these spaces, I dedicate them to God. I pray in them. I pray that everybody come and be blessed for blessing my business. At the end of the day, without these clients, you could be arrogant as you want, saying, y'all need me. It's probably the other way around more so. It's either even or the other way around. Because without the clients who will know who you are, even the post that you post on Instagram,
there it is.
You need a client to make that picture post.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? So no one gonna know you're good if you're not cutting nobody hair. You can be the best barber in the world, the best person at anything in the world. If don't nobody know, then that's like that saying when they say a tree fall, can just anybody hear it?
Yep.
If no one's around, you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's that saying.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
what's the worth to you, man?